How's everybody doing? Hope you're well. I'm cleaning up just my bow and arrows from practicing. Don't forget to practice between your sits. It's something that we all tend to forget and overlook during hunting season. But reason I was doing this video, I thought I'd do a little bit of a story. So I wanted to kind of talk about the hunt with the doe. I always like when people do like these little story things. So I figured why not talk to you about how I harvested the doe. As many of you know who follow me, and if you're not following me, what are you doing? But I took a doe over the weekend, and it was an early morning sit, right? So I'll kind of set up the picture, right? Got there a little late, right at the crack of dawn, right at gray light. So I kind of rushed to the stand as quietly as I could and got in the stand or the saddle. And right off the bat, it felt like a good morning. The temperature had dropped overnight significantly. It was a clear morning. There was a little bit of frost on the ground, right? So it just seemed like a good morning for it. Now, about 7:30, woods started to wake up. Started to see a lot of movement, saw some deer off in the distance, but nothing really close. Right about 7:50, and it all happened just like this. So that's why I didn't have any footage, because the camera wasn't adjusted right, and it just didn't look good. But right about 7:50, a doe or a couple doe walk up right behind my stand on the property line. They walk up, they hop the fence, and before I know it, they're 12 yards in front of me on the ground. And the lead doe, the biggest mature doe, had started feeding on some acorns kind of to my bottom right, and she had just ducked her head behind the tree. So I took that as my opportunity, drew back, boom, smacked her. It was a loud pop, which I felt was good. Now the only thing is, I couldn't see my arrow, and I was pretty sure it passed clean through, but I couldn't see it. And so I sat in the tree, called my wife, called my dad, or texted my dad, and I was like, I got one. I think it was a good hit, but I'm just not sure. So I'm going to give it, 40 or 50 minutes before I even get down. So I did that, gave it a few minutes, got down, and finally found that arrow. And it was just covered in what looked like long heart, just all the vitals, all the good stuff. It looked like it had passed clean through. So I started tracking, and instant blood, right? It wasn't like she ran and then started to bleed. It was instant blood, right? There was blood up on the trees, all over the place, and I was just really confident, but it had crossed over into the neighbor's property. Luckily, I know the guy. He actually, crazy enough, donated my aunt a kidney, which is wild, but he did. And so I called my uncle, who had his number, and I just wanted to tell him that I was going to be over there looking for the deer. He's a hunter, so he gets it.